guys, and welcome back to Power Metal Gamer. And today I'm going to talk about the 3D Castlevanias. I know a lot of people don't like the 3D Castlevanias. They always stick to the traditional 2D Metroidvania things, but I fucking love the 3D Castlevania games. To say Castlevania is probably one of my favourite games. Exactly like Xander Skullion said, I fucking love Castlevania. I've got nearly all of them myself. I'm missing Symphony of the Night though. I really need to get Symphony of the Night. It's fucking expensive as hell these days. But sure, anyways, let's get it on, okay? First game in the Castlevania series that went 3D came out in 1999 on the Nintendo 64 system, yeah? And that was just called Castlevania. A lot of people like to refer to this as Castlevania 64, and that's why I refer to it as well, Castlevania 64. But it's a whole 3D open world Castlevania series, and I think it's set in like 1852. And the two main protagonists in the game is Reinhard Schneider and a girl called Carrie Fernandez. Reinhard Schneider, basically, he's like an heir to the Belmont clan, the clan of vampire hunters from the Castlevania series, as you guys know. There he is there on the front holding the vampire whip there. It's cool. But I remember this game when it came out. A friend of mine, Sean, owned it. I never owned it when it came out. I got it a couple of years later. But yeah, Castlevania 64 was one of these games where I go around to my friend's house and we just fucking sit there and we'd be playing it for hours. Like, I was a PlayStation guy and he was a Nintendo 64 guy, and we used to always say, "Oh, you have best games," and he was like, "Yeah, but Castlevania 3D is not on the PlayStation. We had Symphony of the Night, and we had what was the Castlevania Bloodlines? I think no Bloodlines. No, it wasn't Bloodlines. It was Castlevania Chronicles. Sorry." If I can remember Frankenstein, there was a Frankenstein's monster in this game which chased you around a hedge maze with a chainsaw. That fucking terrifying that was. And there's a big like giant skeleton, and you have to fight him at the start. He's the first boss. He runs away, but you fight him again later on. I remember this game was fucking fantastic. And I remember a year later, actually, the second game came around. Now, the second 3D game it came out on the Nintendo 64 also, which was Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. This to me was my favourite Castlevania game on the Nintendo 64, and I think it's my favourite over the two PS2 games as well. I absolutely love this game. It's a prequel to Castlevania 64, where you play as a guy called Cornell. He's like part of the Wolf family, and Dracula comes back and you have to go destroy him because he took your sister or something. I can't really remember the story, but I remember it was one of my favourite Castlevania. I keep it in this bag as well because I fucking love this game. I actually traded this years ago with a friend of mine, Dar. I gave him Mario 64 and he gave me this. And this was before like Nintendo 64 games are like really expensive and hard to find and rare. I know this game is actually pretty pricey these days. I dug out the box and the book and all from my attic there a couple of years ago, and I still have the book and I still have the cart. It's complete, by the way. There you go. It's complete, and there's a picture of Cornell on the front of it there. He was pretty awesome. And there was another character as well, which you unlocked when you complete the game. I can't remember it too well, but I just remember that Cornell was a fucking badass, and you fought some of the same bosses you fought in Castlevania 64. It's kind of in the same area, but you play as a different character. And there's a part on the ship. I can't actually close this box because it's a piece of shit. The thing I didn't like about the N64 versions were the camera angle kind of went fucked up, and a lot of people didn't like the way the camera angle was. They said it ruined the game, but I don't really think it did. The thing that probably ruined it was the N64 analog stick was shit. Like trying to control yourself walking across like a a fucking narrow plank, and like you just fall off because the stick is so inaccurate. The N64 sticks are a pain in the ass, if you ask me. But the Castlevania games are fucking amazing, and also the two Castlevania games. You know, usually the Nintendo 64 games you can save your data on the cartridge, like the cartridge used as built-in save data. The Castlevania games, sadly, they didn't. You had to buy like a little memory card or a memory stick underneath, and that was it. Like fucking. But yeah, Castlevania 64 was the second one on the Nintendo 64 anime, and I absolutely fucking love this game. It's my favorite one from the old days, from the N64 and the PS2 3D Castlevanias. I still love my my side-scroll ones as well. And then, what year was this? And then we move on to the PlayStation 2 Castlevania games. And the first one that came out, it came out in 2003 in North America, and it came out in 2004 for Europe and Australia, I think it was. But it was called Castlevania, but in America it was called Castlevania Lament of Innocence. I actually prefer the name Lament of Innocence myself. And yes, this game started, it was the origins of the Castlevania series, like with the first in the timeline. It was like 1094 or something. Basically you play as Leon Belmont, and he's hunting some guy, took his missus or whatever, Sarah or whatever, and he has to go save her in the castle. But it's the origins of Dracula as well, so you find out who Dracula is and where he came from, you know. But this game, it was made by the same creator that did Symphony of the Night as well, and this game was absolutely fantastic. I really love this one. The music, actually, what always gets me is the music in this game. It's so beautiful, and the scenery and everything else. I love this game. Yeah, so that's Castlevania Lament of Innocence. If you guys in America watch it, and it's just called Castlevania here in Europe. Actually, let me show you something for a second. I absolutely love the artwork in these on the book and on the disc. Absolutely beautiful. And if you look at this, guys in America, that's what your front cover looks like. That's what Lament of Innocence looks like in America. If you ever see it around, you should pick it up, especially if you're a Castlevania fan. And I'm a big Castlevania fan, like Xander Skullion. He loves his Castlevanias. I think he's more into the 2D ones though, to be honest. I like my 3D Castlevanias. Now on to my second PlayStation 2 entry into the series. It was called Castlevania Curse of Darkness, and I fucking love this game. It's basically, I actually shared this up on the Happy Console Gamer page. I asked anyone if they played Castlevania Curse of Darkness or Lament of Innocence, and someone actually commented on it and said that it's basically, it's a 3D it's a 3D Symphony of the Night, and basically there's so much customization in this game, and there's so much stuff to find, and it's a big game. There's so much in it. There's so much content. Bosses are actually pretty epic, but this is set after Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. I think it's like 14 something. It's after Dracula's Curse. It's the third one. I completed this a couple of months ago. The music is actually really, really nice in this game too. And this was kind of the last one on the PlayStation 2. They did release a version of this on the Xbox, the original Xbox, but I had never got around to buying it either. It's actually expensive on the Xbox these days. There's the artwork on the inside, and Dracula. But the cool thing about this game was as well the combat. You could like summon these beasts. I think they're called devils or something. Innocent devils, and you can summon them to fight alongside you, and while you're fighting the bosses, you can get like a fairy type innocent devil, and it can heal you, and you can get like a big warrior, a big like stone golem to go around and smack the shit out of people. And the bosses actually pretty fucking. There's hidden bosses also in this game as well, which also Castlevania Lament of Innocence has some hidden bosses as well, and they're fucking hard. I remember this one had the Forgotten one. If any of you guys ever seen that the Forgotten one is disgusting. Love this game. So yeah, that's the last one on the PlayStation 2. And now we're moving on to last gen. The Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 had a game that came out of fucking nowhere. Seriously, it came out in 2010, and that game was Castlevania Lords of Shadow. And this is meant to be a whole reboot of the series, and it's absolutely incredible. I fucking love the first Lords of Shadow. I'll talk about the second one in a minute, but The first game, it starred Patrick Stewart, did the voice of one of the characters in it, and what's your man's name again? Fucking, I can't remember his name. I'll pull his name there. I just can't remember it right now. But very good actors, and it was made by Mercury Steam and published by Konami. Basically, there's so many boss fights in this game. It's excellent. You fight trolls, you go across castles, you forest swamps. This game was incredible. I really loved this game, and Hideo Kojima actually had something to do with this as well. So it's definitely, it came out of nowhere, and it's fucking amazing. I love this game. Not so much the second one. Okay, second game, I bought the collector's edition of this actually, which came in like this box here. And don't get me wrong, the box is fucking, it looks really nice, but it's a shitty fucking it's cardboard. I thought they would have given us like a better plastic or something, but okay, I'll show you what's in it. When you first open the top of it, you get a steel book. I switched out the steel book with the case. I got a display case off a friend of mine, just to put the disc in it. I don't like having steel cases on the yoke because sometimes the names aren't on the spines. If you watch my other videos, I complain about it a lot. Okay, so open up this box. There you see the art book. It says Belmont, and then there's the crest. What upset me about this was the cheapness of those figures that you get in it. Oh my god. But the art book is gorgeous. There's a lot of great stuff in here. Concept art, area art. This fucking, it's incredible. Two though, oh my god. They went and gone and fucked up the story with two. Like direction, like we didn't want to see a modern day like in Castlevania. Like we don't want to see all this shit like in modern day. We want to look at like castles. We want to look at forests and swamps and, you know, undead worlds, and we didn't get that. And also, we were promised another figure with this collector's edition. We got three. That's Zobek's man. But these are the little figures that you get with it. Okay, they're real kind of cheap. There's Zobek. That's Patrick Stewart's character. Actually, kind of small. And there is who's that again? Is that Simon? I'm not sure. I think that, no, that's not Simon. It's actually, I can't remember who that is. The two just really kind of, I lost my interest in it. But yeah, actually there was another one that came out on the 3DS which was called fucking Mirror of Fate, and that kind of it looked 3D, but it was like a 2D side-scrolling game. It was really good. It was like a 2.5D, would you call it? But yeah, that's the collector's edition too. And the thing I hated about too, stealth. Fucking, we don't need stealth in a Castlevania game. Christ almighty. Well, you could turn into like a rat and sneak around and like climb into these like mechanical oh, that's just awful, it was. God. Combat was good in it though. I can say something. The combat was pretty fun. And yeah. That's the 3D Castlevania series. There's not really many of them. So yeah guys, thank you for watching the video, and I will put up a new video next week about pickups. I picked up a couple of new things. As you can see, there's a box there, a Batman box. There's something really cool in that, and I'll get something cool next week. So stick around and you will find out. As anyways guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. As always, keep the power.